It's the National Football. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Hurts. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. Whoa. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He finds Devontae Smith. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Here's Hurts. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? This is intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens 1st down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. It'll just end up a little bit short. On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. John Harbaugh, not a fan of that call, and out comes the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw, Hurts. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup.
And that's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a short pickup there, only up to about the 10-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson.
A sack certainly isn't ideal in this situation, but I think this quarterback considers himself lucky. He at least prevented the safety. This defense...
Sirianni thought about it, and he wants another look. He has thrown the challenge flag. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 99 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins. Down. To throw is Hurts. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They run out of the gun with Barkley. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. This one is caught by Dotson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Hurts will try it again. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To the air again. Hurts. Off he goes. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Ravens has it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. They'll run. It's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Jackson now on 2nd down. A throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Hurts now. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. will come back to Baltimore. After this, they face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll go right and find his running back. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. On 4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. This about as short as you can get. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say... how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Hurts. He runs with it. Yeah. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. The second down throw is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job.
And he'll take it on in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are able to cut into the deficit. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Interesting point here, Greg. This is one of those where, put me in the mind of the play caller. Are you thinking just keep the ball on the ground right now?
I think it's hard. I think a lot of it has to do with how much confidence do you have that he can work himself through it, because as the turnovers continue to stack up, your biggest fear is that the confidence breaks down. So a lot of this is really just how well do you understand, what kind of relationship do you have with your quarterback. If you think you can get him through it, keep putting the ball in his hands. If you think he's done for the day, you got a big question you got to answer, whether he should even be in the game.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down. Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. A gain of 11 there, and a 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Hurts again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Again, Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in by Dotson. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off. Here's Barkley, and he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught inside the 30. And he will take this one in. 93 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
That's complete. Tight end Goddard. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So here's 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now it's Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll let this go towards the end zone. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll be 2nd down. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be taken down. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Hurts now. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Henry tries to bull his way in, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens stretch things out even further. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Hurts to the air on first down. A throw on the move is caught.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Steven Sims to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Again, it's Jackson. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Tucker for the point after. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. This team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off. That escape ability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. There he goes again.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now Hurts. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lucas Oil Stadium. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Throwing on third, Smith. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down. And they're going for this. And they got home, sacked him on fourth down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Straight to the air is Richardson. And he nearly... This game, almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the red zone now. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Second down carry for Taylor. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Offense up to the line fast. Taylor scores. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Here he is on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? And it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. From the gun, Smith. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one's taken in by Kylan Granson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Colts drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Seahawks offense running out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Walker on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap to Smith. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. Third and long for him here. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. First down, Smith to throw. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 42. Buys time, rolling right. And he won't connect on that one. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 4th down, Smith. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Working quickly here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pass complete to Walker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Smith on 4th down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Nick Cross has it. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He lets one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
They'll get this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that'll bring up second down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He's on the move. The ball is out! And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts continue piling onto this lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Walker now from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Jalen Jones. And the
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a pair of teams who met each other in Super Bowl V. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
From the gun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Dowdle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's into the hands of Turpin. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They'll throw again. Dak. This one is caught by Turpin. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No signal, and we will not get one. He's stopped short, and now it's 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Anthony Gould now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. 2nd down, Prescott. That one thrown across the field, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the...
And he's going to take this all the way home. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this 1st quarter alone. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. On first down, it's Richardson. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 42 yards. A second down throw for Richardson. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. The Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Let's go now. Dragon 60.
Richardson gonna look to throw. He's got his tight end Granson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and 6. Richardson to throw. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Richardson. That one taken in. At 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts get back in it. It is 21-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down. Prescott again. Taking off. He'll get a dozen out of that one. scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. On second down, it's Dak. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's into the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. From the gun, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor. Complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for.
And he'll take it on in. Kylan Granson. Touchdown, Indy. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down. 3rd and short. Prescott. That's into the hands of Turpin. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Second down, Prescott. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Third and goal for Prescott. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Richardson to throw here on first and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success early on.
Set to go now on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35. He'll go right and find his running back. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. A second down throw for Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Tyler Goodson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. will start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to keep it himself. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
Generating explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground, is the goal of every offense, Mike. But when you're able to generate those plays with your quarterback's legs, man, that's an element that makes these offenses hard to defend.
That'll be intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Dak to throw. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Now Prescott. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, They have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that.
And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
That's a lot of work for no gain. You risk taking a shot there if you're the quarterback the longer you hold on to the ball. But there was nothing there. Good job to the defense shutting that one down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we'll get you. And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense. And their running back set to go once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On 2nd down, Richardson. And that one incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
He gets this complete to Mitchell. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. He keeps it himself.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts have taken the lead by a point here in the third. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all three downs.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Throwing, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. So, on fourth down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On the ground, it's Dowdle. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So, first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now, Dowdle. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. They'll run with Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
At this point, Mike, it should... trust him to make good decisions with the ball, which is really a shame. And we both had really high hopes for this quarterback coming into the game. He was able to shake off the first 2 picks, but then there's a 3rd, then there's a 4th, and now after this 5th, you have to strongly consider whether you want to sit this guy for the remainder of this game.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. He gets this complete to Granson. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. To the goal line and in. Highland Granson. Touchdown, Indy. Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts are going to open up the lead to 8. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's pushing tacklers away as he takes it forward for a gain of 9. To throw, here's Lance. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Lance looking to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys move back to within 1. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A handoff here, up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time... Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He is going to have a Colts 1st down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. He's got room at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On 4th down, Richardson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Lance. A throw on the move is caught. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now Lance. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Brandon. And it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd and short. Prescott. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down. Cowboys.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second down and 3. Again, Prescott to the air. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers.
And more of the same. Another interception. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. That'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's into the hands of Turpin. And he's going to have a Cowboys 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Prescott. He'll tuck it and take off. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that one. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's into the end zone yet again. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
That'll be caught. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No two-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that's one where he just needs to unload it, but he did not. It'll go down as a sack and a big loss of yards. On 2nd down, Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll go. Richardson. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the 1st down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
They'll keep it on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Throwing is Prescott. He's got that complete to Turpin. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Prescott now. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On second down, they'll run. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
19 Charger. Let's go now.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up fourth down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the Colts. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Next on Madden Football.
Built on the side of a former piano factory. There's been plenty of music. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. Here's a return from the 7. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with a pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete, it's Cooper. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. First tone of the game for James Cook. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 7. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First down throw for Allen. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Johnson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense in the hurry up here. Going to the ground again on first. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it in close. Touchdown, Buffalo! What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Bass now to kick this away. Deontay Hardy to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Working quickly here. Turning to Henry on third. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 45 on 2nd down. He's got Andrews. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Offense up to the line fast. Little off-center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's third down. Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First down. Here's Lamar. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. And again, it's Jackson. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills need only 1 to take the lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. The drive begins with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. From the gun, Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Defenders there. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills get the football on the first turnover of the contest. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? But this time...
And they'll get him down after he gets into the handoff now to Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Allen on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged like at that 37-yard. He's down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Second and 1. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. To the line fast. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Getting out to his left. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Oh, those linebackers. Packers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Amendola able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Blitz coming, Lamar. Andrews with the catch. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens pushing for points. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This is Henry on second. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Jackson now on third. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. They're going for this. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on fourth down. It keeps this drive moving. First and 10. Here's Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's going deep this time. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with third and long. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Jackson's going to go on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He rolls to his right. He takes it himself. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bills grow their lead just before halftime. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Bass now to kick this away. Sims now on the return. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. On first down, Jackson throwing this back in the end zone. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Dorian Williams makes the play.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Throwing now on first down, Allen. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. Back to the air, Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So on fourth down, on comes Sam Martin to handle the punt for the Bills. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. No return on that punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Throwing it just before halftime. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. So we've reached... Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. Bass now to kick this away. Sims now on the return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Matt Milano in to pick it off. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Working quickly here. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Flushed out of the pocket. Shakir with the grab. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. 1st and 10 for them now, following the penalty. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And in, touchdown Buffalo. Bass on for the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for them on that point after. And the Bills make it a 24-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. Sims now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 28. Launches one deep downfield. Oh no, they get him yet again. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
That throw behind his intended target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 3rd and long, it's Allen. Connection made to Shakir. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down throw for Allen. Complete to Shakir. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Now run by Cook. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Hits his running back. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the... This defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Amendola able to put it through. And that grows the lead to 27.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Working quickly here. From the 43. That's taken in by Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He tucks it and takes off. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. And the Bills are able to secure this kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 13. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Allen on 3rd down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Offense up to the line fast. Allen now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And they take this in for the score. The Bills keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bills grow their lead yet again. Bass now to kick this away. Hardy on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again following the sack. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Bills get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Blitz coming here, Allen. Pass complete to Cook.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Allen on 3rd and short. Headed out right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Hardy on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. First down, here's Lamar. Henry on the catch. He breaks the tackle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here. Lamar now from the gun. And they pick him off again. And the Bills capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First and 10, here's Allen. Short pass brought in. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
On first down, Allen. That's to the sideline, and Shakir snags it. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Cook calls it in. Touchdown, Buffalo! Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bass now to kick this away. Hardy on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one's caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Ravens cut into the lead by another point. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning in from the 16. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he gets back to the line, but no more. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Complete. It's Cooper. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Allen gonna throw again. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Bass on for the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Bills continue piling on to this lead. Bass now to kick this away. Hardy on the return. Return's looking good so far. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Ravens and Tez Walker headed back onto the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And they pick him off again! Dorian Williams makes the play. And the Bills get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, "Son, some days peanuts, some days shells." This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Throwing now on 1st down. Allen on the move. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing here, Allen. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Maybe I'm projected here, Kate, but those seem to be the toughest misses. Whether you're in the stadium, watching it online, you're watching it on TV, you're seeing the kick is online, you're watching at field level as a player and everything looks good. But unfortunately, it just falls short.
On first down, Jackson. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Lamar throwing again. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And given the weather, I'm not sure we expected to see quite as much offense as we did, Brock. Credit both offenses for having a plan to deal with the snow, and of course to these guys for playing through that cold and leaving here with a victory.